Thank you for coming today. We're super excited to have everyone here. This is our first annual D-Zone Award show. And today we're going to get to celebrate all the interesting and smart people that are part of the D-Zone community that help make it so great. To kick us off, I'm just going to kind of introduce D-Zone quickly and look at the last year or so. And then we will get into the awards, what everyone's here for. So for those here that, I'm pretty sure everyone here knows what D-Zone is, but there may be people that have been invited from outside of D-Zone. At D-Zone, we're a community of developers and people working in software that come together to share knowledge with each other. And literally every single day, there are hundreds of thousands of people in the software industry who visit D-Zone, whether they're trying to build skills or solve a problem, or they just want to kind of learn something new or stay on top of industry trends. So that we really live by that at D-Zone. But there are lots of developer communities online. I think what makes D-Zone so special, and I think one of the reasons we're here, is because the D-Zone community is really diverse. It's a global community. You'll see people today from all over the world who participate in the community and share their content. There are people from literally every walk of life, every industry that come to D-Zone every single day to become better at their jobs. And I think the thing that really makes D-Zone so special is the people who are willing to share what they know freely with their peers. And that's who we're here to celebrate today. So I'm really excited and looking forward to getting a chance to do that. Before we do that, I just want to take a look back at 2020. 2020 was an interesting year for a lot of people, for everyone. But at D-Zone, it was a good year. I think luckily people can participate in our community regardless of the circumstances, as long as they got a computer. But because of that, we had a lot of people, sharing their content on D-Zone, reading content on D-Zone, having discussions, having meetups. And as we look back at 2020, we had a lot of really interesting kind of things happening inside of our community. From industry events, so most of them were virtual, not all, to dev trivia. We did, D-Zone Core, we had some dev trivia. We did some other meetups. And obviously, one of the big things I think that we were super excited about this year was starting to see people from the D-Zone community go outside of the D-Zone community to extend their knowledge sharing beyond the boundaries of D-Zone. So one of the big events we got excited about this year was the TechWell event, where we got to actually have an entire D-Zone track for our authors, and they got to present their articles as keynotes. That was really fun. And of course, lots of celebrations around, interesting celebrations around the globe this year. Sorry, I'm getting pinged here. Looking back at 2020 from just kind of a facts and figures perspective, we published over 6,000 articles on D-Zone in 2020. And that came from over 2,000 people working in the industry. I mean, that's just a huge community of people really willing to share their knowledge. And because of that, over 30 million people found content that was useful to them in the course of their jobs and their careers and building out their profession and in their curiosity. So some of the things that people were writing about, which happened to overlap with what people were reading about, but I think a lot of these topics would come as no surprise to the people on this call. Lots around containers and artificial intelligence and building web applications. And on the reader side, particularly in the D-Zone community, Spring Boot was by far the most popular topic that people like to read about. And then going into the same topics we talked about, lots around big data and machine learning and APIs and databases. So a really kind of broad set of topics, but really interesting. And we had tons of great content on all these topics. So it was a really interesting year in technology, a really interesting year on DZone in terms of what was covered and what was read. On the product side of DZone, we started to really focus on how do we build out a platform that encourages people to share and is rewarding to share. And some of the things we focused on in 2020, obviously everyone here is here because we started our DZone Core program. That started in the beginning of 2020, and thanks to a lot of elbow grease from our resident community manager, Blake, that program has taken off, and there's lots of interesting people doing lots of interesting things. And we focused a lot on our authoring tools and how we present our authors on our site, and even giving authors the attribution they deserve through canonical links. As we look into 2021 on the product side, one of the big, the areas that we're looking to improve, which I think are particularly relevant for the people on this call, is we want to expand into new authoring templates and new content types, continue to enhance the visibility of our authors and how we present them on the site, and lend you credibility for all the expertise you have, give you new ways to build and connect with your audience, your personal audience. And then finally, on the helping readers to discover interesting content and authors. So we will be spending a lot of time talking about this, probably talking with everyone here on this presentation today, trying to figure out how to do these things the right way. So from there, we can kind of dive into the awards. I wanted to just kind of recap, kind of summarize what we're going to be seeing today. So we are going to be giving out 23 awards. 5 of them are audience awards, where we had audience vote. We had over 5,000 votes in our audience awards. And in those awards, we're going to have 3 Hall of Fame inductees, our first annual Hall of Fame class. We had 16 men and 2 women who are being awarded for their contributions, and we have an international cohort, people from 7 countries across the globe. So as we dive into this, I just want to say again to everyone here, and even people not here, thank you so much for everything you've done over the last year, I think, to make our community great. You guys are what truly makes it great and unique, and hopefully will continue to make it great and unique. So from here, I'm going to pass off to Blake to kick off the awards. Congrats to everyone who's going to win an award today, and thanks again. So Blake, I've tried to hand it off to you. We'll see if it makes it.
All right, everybody can see my screen okay?
Yeah. If you want to put it in presenter mode, that might help.
Yeah, it should be in presenter mode, so I don't know what's going on. Let's see. There we go. All right, so everybody can see the screen. So thank you very much. We're going to get going with our first award. Thanks everyone for being here. This is Blake, community manager. Thanks, Colette, for taking us through everything.
Yeah, no problem. So I guess we can jump right into it. So again, over 5,000 votes in the community awards. I mean, I think everyone here helped to kind of extend the reach of the survey, which was really awesome. Just getting a lot of people voting. So our first award today is a community voted award, and this is not surprisingly for a group of developers. The first award we want to give out is for an IDE, and not surprisingly as well for a community like ours that's really Java heavy. Eclipse and IntelliJ were the finalists here. And so without further ado, we'll get to it. IntelliJ was the winner. We had, they won with almost 80% of the vote. And I think we have Trisha here to accept on behalf of JetBrains.
Hi, I'm here. Thank you very much.
Hi, Trisha.
Hi. I'm glad I could make it, but I was just hosting the IntelliJ IDEA conference and I had to hop off that to come onto this.
Well, what a perfect segue. So we want to congratulate you. Thank you so much for being here. And we're super excited to give you this award.
Thank you very much. I feel like unqualified to actually accept the award because I didn't implement IntelliJ IDEA. I've already passed on to some of the folks behind the scenes that we've won this. It means a lot to us that not only do people use the IDE, but they like it enough to vote for us. So it's absolutely fantastic that we won this. And so thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations. And you will receive a certificate from Blake after the awards, I believe, or before. Correct. I don't know if he already sent it.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, though.
You are very welcome.
All right, and then bouncing off of the first award, and this one is if you're going to have an IDE, you've got to have a language to write it in. So the award for the top programming language according to the D-Zone audience is Java, no surprise there. And it took it with 84% of the vote. And just not personal, just having used Java and over the last couple of years, where there's a reason why it's taken that 84%. And it's my honor to present this award to Sharat over at Oracle.
How you doing? That's quite an honor. Thank you so much for the award. And I'm actually kind of humbled because this isn't about me. There's a huge team here at Oracle that works on Java day in and day out. You know, it's humbling for me because I started my career with Java back in 1996, as you can tell. I joined Sun in 2000, and many of us that were part of the original team are still around, along with new folks working on Java. We celebrated our 25th birthday last year, but you know, there's another 25 years and beyond of Java ahead for all of us, and it's because, you know, we take our work seriously. We want to make sure it continues to offer value to users and developers, and more importantly, it's stewarding the community. I think D-Zone plays a role in that in terms of the information you put out to your members, and we're always looking to get better at you know, affiliating with the community, to share and collaborate and connect to make the language even better. So, you know, there's some resources you can turn to. We just launched inside.java. It's a great way to get information, and we continue to do all of our development transparently in the open at the OpenJDK project, so openjdk.java.net. And, you know, great to partner with all of you because, you know, Java's success is done together, and thank you so much. Really humbling for me to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, Sharat. And just as a personal, I've used Java basically working for the last 10 years, and you guys have done a great job, especially in the last 10 years, of turning it into a language that's pretty easy to use and gets a job done pretty well.
Yeah, I think we're getting even better, and there's more to come for the next 25 years and beyond. So I appreciate the loyalty everyone has to the language.
Thank you. That's really exciting to hear.
Take care.
Okay. And our next award is for the top framework according to the D-Zone audience, and the winner is Spring Boot. Get to go along with the Java theme, and it's my honor to award this to Phil Webb, who's here from Spring Boot.
Thank you very much. I really just wanted to say thanks to everyone that's voted, and to D-Zone for supporting us over the years and putting on this event. Spring Boot is about 7 years old now. I've been working on it from the start, so it's really quite an honor to get an award after that amount of time. It's nice to see that it's still relevant. I wanted to say a few thanks if I could. Just I wanted to thank the team that works on Spring, both the Spring Boot team and the wider team that provides all the sort of foundations and the products that build on top of it. I wanted to say thanks to VMware and Pivotal for sponsoring the project for so long, and really wanted to say a big thanks to everyone that's contributed to the project, both in terms of just using it, raising issues, and working with the code itself. We've now had 32,000 people have forked the project, and almost 800 people have contributed to it. So it's really nice to see that.
And thanks, Phil. Like, again, on a personal note, we use your software pretty often at work, and it's definitely made our lives a lot easier.
That's nice to hear. Oh, and please upgrade to Spring Boot 2.4. This next one is out on March the 18th. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil.
Awesome. Thanks, Justin, for presenting those. There couldn't be a better person to present those awards and better people to accept them. So thank you guys for being here. So moving on, we're going to look at the D-Zone Pioneer of the Year. Now this is a, thank you, Blake. They make us cry, they make us laugh, they make us inspired. So the person, I think, if you see this panel here, you probably know who we are nominating for this award. We have seen lots of his work on D-Zone, and we have been really lucky to have it. So this award goes to Daniel Story, our resident comic writer and our resident comic relief for all the serious things we do. So thank you, Daniel, and congrats.
Oh, thank you. I want to thank you guys. Thank you, the entire D-Zone team and the whole community. When I started to draw comics, D-Zone opened the doors for me, allowing me to put my work. So the feedback was wonderful. And I must confess that since my daughter was born, I haven't produced as much as I would like, but I am creating new stuff in new formats, and I intend to publish this year, and I'm sure that people will enjoy. So, and I want to thank you again, and thank you. I love you all. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much for your work. And if you guys have ever experienced D-Zone when it's down, you will also experience Daniel's work. We inject his work for some comic relief when we're having issues here. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yep. And we'll move on to Blake.
All right, thanks, Kellett. Great to see you, Daniel. And then for our 2020 D-Zone Agile Person of the Year, who can it be now with over 300,000 page views on D-Zone? They are on a plane and they can't complain. Dan Zone. Mr. Dan Lyons is our D-Zone Agile Person of the Year, hashtag Dev Interrupted. I believe we have Dan and maybe even Rocco.
Thanks, Blake. Yeah, really honored to accept this award. I found D-Zone about a year ago, and I was just really blown away by the quality of the content. It was just like incredible when I started reading it. So I started contributing a few articles. I started getting really good feedback on my articles. I had a few of them that even, blew up. The one that was promoted from dev to team lead, Stand Up 2.0, some amazing comments there. I started connecting actually with people on LinkedIn and doing some Zoom calls with people that were interacting with my blog. I'm a developer actually turned founder, and D-Zone has been just like an unbelievable platform for me to get my ideas out there and interact with the community. Blake, I want to give a special kind of shout out to you. You've been incredible. I've seen you kind of grow the D-Zone community and really help me out, and especially, my company, Linear B. Also want to give like a thank you to everyone that's been reading my stuff. Really appreciate you all. If you want to keep up with some of the things that I'm doing now, I actually host a podcast called Dev Interrupted, where I've had some of the D-Zone core members on. So everyone, check that out if you want to see what I'm kind of up to now. And yeah, Blake and everyone, thank you so much. Really honored to accept this.
Thanks, Dan. Where's your wingman?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Rock is right now. He might be doing something else, but yeah, I think he's very appreciative as well, for sure.
Well, we love to
Yes.
see you guys.
Yes, great, Dan. And anything to say on cycle time? I expected at least one cycle time mention.
I'm a big fan of cycle time. I hope to see everyone's cycle time decreasing.
Awesome, and thanks so much. Dan took his D-Zone article, put into the chat about 8 things that became an actual keynote at a conference this past year. So just amazing to see a D-Zone article flip into a major trade show keynote. So a huge thanks to Dan for being such a critical part and voice for inspiration, just in terms of the people writing. Dan was a great example, and then for just really with moving the developer culture and work and life, everything forward. Dan's kind of at the forefront for that, so be sure to look him up on D-Zone. So thanks again to Dan, Rocco, and everyone at LinearB for really standouts across Agile, and a huge honor to have you as our D-Zone Agile Person of the Year.
Thank you so much.
And just a quick thanks to all our community partners in 2020. So we worked with Rocco over at LinearB, Muse Dev with Victoria, Stephen, the other people. We did karaoke's, we did Dev Trivia Night, did a lot of fun stuff. So a huge shout out to some of our community partners in 2020 with LinearB and Muse Dev. Be sure to check them out at their websites. Moving along, we've got DevOps is also a big part of D-Zone, and we've got our 2020 D-Zone DevOps Person of the Year. The greatest DevOps enthusiast in the world happens to hail from JFrog. They now have over 1 million page views for all their D-Zone articles, and we're looking at all the 2020 data for top contributors in DevOps. They stood out the most. And without further ado, Pavan, we are just so excited to have you as the 2020 D-Zone DevOps Person of the Year.
Hey, thanks, Blake. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I'm really honored to accept this award. I would like to thank D-Zone for recognizing my work and giving it a boost. This will make me add more articles and grow the D-Zone community. I started adding my articles, my content to D-Zone since 2016, and the articles gave me a lot of confidence to do more. When nobody believed in my writing before, like 2016, I was very new to DevOps and stuff. D-Zone gave me this platform, a chance to showcase what I have, and because of this, now I write for more than 50 tech platforms as a guest author. So that's the power of D-Zone, I can say. Thanks again, guys. I'm really grateful for this, and thanks a lot, Blake, for all the support, and more power to D-Zone community. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you so much. So we're definitely in great hands with a DevOps enthusiast such as you. So huge thanks to you for doing that. Glad you're able to join us today. And moving on, we now have our D-Zone Hall of Fame section. So this is our 2020 class. And kicking us off, we have one of our star editors, and Lauren Forbes.
Hello, everyone. So thank you, Blake. The Hall of Fame award is, I guess it's really special because it goes to people who've been with the company for a really long time. They put out some amazing content. So the first person, as you can see, Justin Albano, I found D-Zone in college while working on an Android app for a course project. The guides that D-Zone provided helped me to understand the Android market and the common practices that much more talented Android developers were using. Since then, I've continued to learn from many writers much more talented and skilled than myself. He has over 3 million page views for all of his D-Zone articles, which is amazing. And he has almost 100 articles from nearly 5 years. So that's pretty awesome. Justin Albano, congratulations. You are the winner of the first Hall of Fame award.
Thanks, guys. And I just want to thank you guys because the opportunities you guys have given me over the last 5 years are pretty, like I'm blown away by them. Like when like I said, I started about 5 years ago, but even when I started writing software, it was probably about 10 years ago professionally. And I picked up The Pragmatic Programmer, and that was probably one of my first books. And last year, you guys gave me the opportunity to interview the author for you guys. And even this year, like I'm blown away that I get to hand a award to Java and Spring Boot, two things that I've been using for a very long time. So I appreciate the opportunities you guys have given me, and how much you guys on the DZone staff have helped me over the last 5 years to just grow as an author and just grow professionally and get my content out there so I can help more people. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Justin. He's also he wins the award for the most humble developer of the year, but we didn't have an award for that, so we'll just tell him. So moving on, we've got 2 more inductees into the Hall of Fame. The next person, you can oh, I guess this slide is for this person too. The next person has over 3.5 million page views for all of their articles, and nearly 1,000 articles on DZone from spanning a decade. Now that if there isn't there's no better sign of commitment. So the winner here is Oren Ini. He is coming, I think, from Israel, right?
That's correct.
Awesome. Well, thank you and congrats. Your legacy on DZone has definitely been cemented over the course of a decade. So thank you so much for being a part of the community, and congrats on the award. You deserve it.
Thank you very much for this award. I actually just looked, and I've been doing stuff on DZone since 2008, and that's almost my entire professional career. And I think that's an amazing resource, and I've been very proud to contribute to that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And I was looking back at your content, and I saw your first article, Why RavenDB. That's where it all started, from what I can tell. So
Yeah.
I think it was a really appropriate start. But over the course of the last 10 to 12 years and beyond, we've seen you cover all sorts of really interesting topics, and always get good reception from the readers. So thank you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Yep. And so our next inductee, I don't believe he's here to accept, but nonetheless, he is certainly deserving of the award. This person has over 6 million page views on DZone and over 500 articles. And their first article was posted in 2008, so a long time ago. And this person is Dustin Marks. And while he's not here, we want to congratulate him and thank him for everything he does and all the great content he's put up. His first article in 2008 was a first look at JMX Web Services connectors. So it all started there, but we've seen a ton from him over the past decade. Really awesome stuff. Thanks, Dustin, and congrats.
Okay, moving on, we've got our class of DZone newcomers of the year. So these are all first-time contributors that joined the DZone community in 2020. Up first to present an award will be our resident SEO superstar and expert, Hayata.
Hi, my name is Hayata. So this award, our DZone newcomers of the year. Nearly 50,000 page views for 12 hard DZone articles. Look at these beautiful pictures, cute dog. And this award goes to Mansi Babar. Congratulations.
I don't believe she is with us, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, nonetheless, congrats. She had an awesome year. She posted some great content, has been active in the community and just connecting with people. So we're really lucky to have her.
So this next award goes to the person who had nearly 200,000 page views for their 36 articles. They have a new book. They're a new book author, which is amazing. There's an awesome picture with the SpaceX. That's pretty cool. So congrats, Zavi. You're the winner for newcomer.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yep.
Thank you so much for giving me this award. It's a really pleasure being here and belong to DSON community. Thanks also Blake for your big effort on the DSON core community and for helping me and helping all the people writing cool blog post on DSON. And that's it. Thank you for all.
And I would say Zavi probably writes most of the cool stuff we get because he writes on Alexa, and I think he's definitely our resident Alexa expert. So Zavi, we always enjoy reading your articles, and
Thank you so
we
much.
look forward to many more from you.
Thank you. Yeah, I will keep bringing Alexa blog post to DSON. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to seeing them. We always love reading them.
Sorry, Alexa, para.
Appropriate. You could have had Alexa accept the award for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and congrats, Zavi.
Thank you.
Okay, and moving on, and also thanks to Zavi for giving hope that FC Barcelona are still alive and well in Champions League against PSG. So thanks for keeping the faith there. Up next, we've got Mudit, who has over 50,000 page views. Just started writing on DSON last year, so 50,000 page views with only 6 articles. Some of the most fun and exciting articles on DSON, from Scala interview questions to continuing with the Alexa theme, can Alexa say hello world in Rust, to uploading files to Google Cloud Storage with Python, just lots of amazing, exciting articles, and so happy we did for you to join us, DSON, in 2020 and accept this award today as Newcomer of the Year. Do we have Mudit here for us? All right, well, I'm not sure if Mudit's here or just has some technical difficulties.
Hey, good evening, everyone. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah. So, I'll keep it short for you guys. So, first of all, thank you, jury, for the award. And, it really means a lot. And sharing it with someone like Xavier and Mansi makes it even better. And 2020 has been a very different year. So, we were all stuck up at home. A lot of unexpected things happened. And, so I was started looking for blogging websites until I found DSON through a friend who was already writing on DSON. Then started writing blogs during the lockdown, and soon it turned into a habit. And as they say, rest is history. So in 2021, I'll be looking to write in some new domains that has not been touched on DSON till now. I know it would be very difficult to find domains which are not on DSON. And I would like to thank Blake for introducing me to DSON Core and encouraging every one of us, and be it on the LinkedIn or the homepage of DZone. And last but not the least, I would also like to thank DZone team for publishing the blogs as quickly as possible. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you for the award.
Great. Thanks for that. So glad to have you join us in 2020. So really exciting, and really we do it all for you and the contributors, readers. This is y'all are what we do this for, and so it's always great to have you around. So thanks for that, and thanks to Zavi and Nancy as well. And so then moving on to our next award, we're going to have Hayata back up again.
Sure. Yep. 2020 is the most valuable blog of the year. Here are 37 articles in 2020 that had over 1.6 million page views. This award goes to John Besser. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much. Hopefully you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Yeah, so 2020 was definitely, an interesting year, and the whole making lemonade when life gives you lemons is what I decided to do, since I work from home most of the time anyway, but whenever you're forced to be at home, it kind of makes it a little different, right? So in that time, I converted a personal AWS application that I built for my mother-in-law based in Clearwater, Florida, over to Heroku. And then my sister-in-law in Las Vegas needed an application for her fitness business, so I built that. Later integrated with Twilio, Rabbit Cloud, AMQP, and all this on Heroku. Then I did some dGraph, Rollbar, Slack integration, Salesforce integration, DB Maestro updates, and Doc Raptor. Then I went down the creative path and wrote some articles like, well, who's the Tiger King of technology? Turned out that the spoiler alert there, it's Elon Musk. And then I talked about the whole premise that 9 women can have a baby in a month. And then, kind of on a sad note, living in a world without Neil Peart, who is probably the greatest songwriter, drummer, percussionist of all time. Well, the thing that all these have in common is that all these thoughts and goals became publications which now live on DZone, all in 2020. So, I'm so blessed to have this opportunity. I've got a partner in crime, Nicole. She's like there with me every step of the way, inspiring me to do better. And I just can't help that to be grateful to have this honor and to be the MVP of the year, because DZone's a big part of my life, and everyone at Clean Slate Technology Group is right behind me to support me, and we're always doing what we can to get the thoughts out there to make life better for everybody. So thanks so much.
Thank you, John. This is Kellett, and I just want to say thanks for sticking with us through the years. You've been through, I think, every version of every community program we've had, and always been there and writing awesome content. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I think that I've posted in 15 portals over the years since I've been here.
It makes sense. We always get excited when we see your posts come up.
Oh, thank you.
All right, thanks for that, Hayata, and congratulations, John, for MVP of the year. So up next, we've got an award for Dev for Good. So developers out working in their communities, helping out future generations of software professionals, developers, anything around STEM. So we thought it was very important to have an award for that. So we know we've got tons of people out there in our community that are active for that. So it's really great to be able to recognize anyone working in that space above and beyond what they do with their day job. And so this person for our Dev for Good, our first time we're giving out this award, is Buhaki, who on DZone has posted 7 articles that already have over 50,000 page views. So with Buhaki, they work with an effort for DevOps for Kids South Africa. If you've seen, Oracle also recognized their program last year. And they work to introduce children and teenagers to bring to them programming, robotics, and engineering in a fun way. And then off their site, what they say is many rural and township schools in South Africa, where Buhaki is, and this effort is, don't have access to a computer facility. They don't have access to basic computer skills. and basic computer skills are compulsory in education, right? These are critical for higher learning as well in society. So they bring that to them. So you can see here, Buhaki and the DevOps for Kids, where they had kids, I guess, as young as 5, 7 years old at an event where they were teaching them Justin's favorite programming language, Java. So can you imagine getting an opportunity like this at a young age, being able to learn Java in a fun, compelling way, also getting a certificate for it. So we're just really thrilled and happy to recognize Buhaki and the DevOps for Kids as our Dev for Good award. And you can see a link there for their website where you can learn more about their efforts. So huge congratulations.
Thank you, guys. I'm quite honored for such a speech. Usually, yeah, it's quite an honor to actually join the DZone and the DZone core group team, because yeah, I used to write blogs way earlier in the year, and it was the Java community who told me to actually post, Reza actually, to post on DZone, and I reactivated my old account and I started posting. And I thought, you know what, I've got all the skill sets about over a decade of experience. Why not I just go to teach kids programming? Because the whole idea was from friends of mine who've been to university and especially doing engineering and computer science degree, and they've never had access to computers, especially township and disadvantaged schools. But it's quite compulsory when you go to universities, what you call in the US, I think college, that you need to have a basic computer skills and learn 1 or 2 languages, part of your curriculum. So I thought, why not do it? I've done it before, like over a decade ago, and I saw 1 or 2 take computer science. I thought maybe we do this, and I got stumbled upon DevOps for Kids, how it was successful in UK and in US and in northern part of Africa. So I started liaising with the founders, and I told them, if you have one in South Africa, they said, no, you can start one in South Africa. So I did. And 2 years later, people told me Java, no, it's too hardcore for kids. And I'm like, you know what? You never know until you start. And then we started, and then now kids are asking how to build apps. So later in the year or a month or two, we'll try and introduce them to mobile development, so that they can get the look and feel on how we do mobile development, not the professional level, but get a starter feel. So yeah, we're still out there. Obviously, COVID happened and it was difficult to do it during lockdown and all the regulations, but as things starting to ease up, we will do more virtual and probably 1 or 2 classroom sessions, but obviously following COVID. But yeah, I thank you for the awards. I'm still going to do this. Me and my team are still working hard on it, and thank you.
Great. Thanks so much, Buhaki. I know on behalf of us, the Java team, Justin, everybody that voted for Java, this is just amazing stuff. Glad to have you here for it, as well as contributing on DZone. This just really inspires a lot of us. So just inspiring these future generations in profound ways. So just really amazing, and thanks so much for that as our first ever Dev for Good winner.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Excellent. And then just moving on really quickly, let me see real quick. So before we get to Alariza, with our organizer, I believe Mancy is there. So Mancy, we're going to try to unmute you and just have you say a few words as Newcomer of the Year.
You should be good to go, Mancy. Hello, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, we can. Okay, great. Hi. Actually, there was this issue with the microphone. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I wanted to say that I'm really honored to receive the award. Thanks a lot to the whole DZone community, Blake, for recognizing my work, appreciating it. So I'm really looking forward for more contributions and more upcoming opportunities. So let's see how it goes. So yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a ton.
All right, thanks for that, Nancy. Glad we were able to get that worked out for you. And then, yep, excellent. I'm looking forward to another year here. And then moving on, we just got a quick break before we do our final awards. And so we're going to have Alariza on, who's our resident DevOps expert out of the Netherlands. So Alariza is going to talk a little bit just about their experience with DZone and DZone Core in 2020.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi everyone, and yeah, I'm really happy to talk with you today. I had a really nice story about how I started with DZone. It's been 20 years. I'm in the software development world and doing coding, programming, all of these things. And the story came from the 2018. When I was working in a fintech company, and I was a little bit disappointed about everything in a company. But at the same time, as always, I was reading a lot of articles from DZone, and in one day, it just came to my mind that maybe I can write something on DZone, because I also have some opinions maybe could be interesting for the people. And but I was not really sure if it works. So I just tried. I remember it was in December. I was on holiday, and I was doing a lot of things and came up to some ideas. Anyway, I just wrote the first article, and I pushed the submit button, not the publish. So yeah, and I waited maybe I think 1 or 2 weeks, and one day, yeah, I just saw the email that my article is published. I was really surprised because I wasn't really expecting that. But the interesting thing was the feedback I got after that was amazing. You know, I started feeling differently than before about my actually contribution at work, because I was feeling that, okay, it's not just about what I'm doing in a particular company. From now on, I can have an impact on a bigger community. I can share my knowledge with people. I can learn from them. And that was an amazing experience to me. And I started sharing this experience with most of the people around myself to tell them how good it is, this experience, and they can do it as well. And I just tell you, I'm really honored to be a part of DZone. I grew with this community. I moved from a professional person to an expert. Sorry, to an expert, and I'm really happy to do something for this community and also learn from that. About the 2020, actually the 2020, yeah, it was a really weird year, I would say, because a lot of things happened in this year. Many people lost their relatives. We need to actually, keep that in our mind about those people. And also at the same time, we didn't lose our hope. And I think we embraced the opportunity we got from this technology that connected us with each other. And on that side, actually, we did a lot of activities in 2020. We started a lot of events regarding the DevOps. We invited a lot of nice people from different industry, for example, from IBM, and many authors of the nice books like Agile Conversations. We had an opportunity to talk with Gene King, the author of the Phoenix Project, to talk with Jeffrey Friedrichs for the Agile Conversations. And we learned a lot from those guys, and it was a nice experience to have them. We participated in the DevOps Summit specifically, and it was a really nice experience to bring that knowledge also to DevOps community and also bring it back to the D-Zone. So I really want to say the special thanks to Blake, because if it was not him, maybe many of these things, that didn't happen. And a special thanks to my old colleagues on D-Zone. They are really nice and they are really supportive. Last year, I lost my job at Summer, and I had a really hard days. But I would tell you, I also realized that the D-Zone is my second home, because there were always people there for me and for many of us. And I think we need to actually say a special thank to all of them. We are really happy with you guys, and hopefully we can grow together in this community. And yeah, thanks for giving me this opportunity. And I'm happy to be part of your community.
Great. Thanks so much, Alireza, for that, and sort of look back at 2020. So what better way to talk about D-Zone than one of our contributors and core members? So thanks for that, Alireza. Switching gears now, we've got our publication side of the house at D-Zone, really one of the most exciting areas in the entire software industry. So we've got our expert, Lindsay Smith, to drive this part of the award show.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay. I'm one of our publications managers here at D-Zone. And I'm just so excited to be here with all of you today. We have such an awesome community, and I'm thrilled that we can recognize our incredible contributors over the last year. So before I dive into the awards, a little background about our publications team. We focus on Rough Cards and Trend Reports, which are two of our premier publications that cover a wide range of topics. So first, I'm going to start with Trend Reports. Last year, we published 10 Trend Reports covering a wide range of topics, from edge computing to data analytics to continuous testing and many other topics in the space. And primarily, these reports consist of original research, which is based off of an audience survey, and then our expert contributor articles. And so this year we wanted to recognize one of our top Trend Report authors. And this is someone who submitted not 2, not 3, but 4 different Trend Report articles last year. And this individual's continued enthusiasm and passion for D-Zone has made them such a joy to work with, and we're just appreciate all of their hard work. So please join me in awarding Alireza as our top Trend Report author of 2020.
Thank you. I'm really excited for this. I really didn't expect that, but yeah, I'm really honored for this. And I would say that was a great experience for me. It was the first time for me, by the way, to contribute to such a report like Trend Report. And what I think made it really special to me, because before that, the perception I had from the Trend Reports was something really commercial from the other, for example, companies. But what I learned on D-Zone, which was quite amazing for me, that we didn't do anything based on the order of the company or whatever related to the commercial. It was a kind of quite open space to see how do you think about that. And we did a quite scientific approach to do the research, and out of the research to see what could be the best approach for the engineers, for the expert people in the industry. And I'm really, really grateful to had this opportunity to for this actually Trend Reports. And I'm really excited to do it again for this year, and hopefully we can create some amazing articles together. And really a special thanks to you, Lindsay, because you did a really great help to me. I learned a lot from you regarding how I can become a really the better writer, how I can actually phrase things in a better way to make it more understandable for the engineers. So we shouldn't forget the great actually job you are doing for us on our articles. And I think this is really amazing, especially also, I need to say for Melissa also, she's not here, but I think she did also the great job last year. And yeah, without you guys, we cannot produce these things. And I think this is really the team working together. Thanks again.
Well, thank you so much. And yeah, likewise, it was just such a thrill to work with you. And yeah, looking forward to more Trend Report articles this year. So thank you so much. And next up, we want to award our top rough card author of 2020. So just a little background on rough cards. These serve as quick reference material on popular software tools, technologies, and methodologies. So for this award, this person has often gone above and beyond on rough cards, showing immense dedication and support to the DZone team over the years, and whose work on rough cards in 2020 was just unparalleled, covering topics like end-to-end automated testing to Spring REST services, just offering a lot of great resources to our audience. So I'm happy to name Justin Albano as our top rough card author of 2020.
My camera might not be working, but either way, thanks, Lindsay. I appreciate all the work you've done for us, and honestly, it's thanks to you guys that these rough cards go out. So you guys just give me a word count and say, you know, fly with it, and I appreciate the work you guys do for us. Thanks.
Well, thank you, and we appreciate it as well. A lot of great rough cards that went out last year. So. And then next up, I'm going to award our top Trend Report article of 2020. So this was hand selected by our publications team, and we were really looking at like the level of technical depth, insight, and timeliness of the submission. And Kubernetes in the enterprise was our top Trend Report last year. And we received several amazing articles from the community. However, one just stood out amongst the rest, offering invaluable guidance on modernizing application architectures and container deployment strategies. So that's why we are happy to award Samir Bahara for his article, Scaling Your Microservices Architecture in Kubernetes. Congratulations, Samir.
Thanks, Lindsay. Blake, thanks, DZone. Sorry, somehow I'm not able to make my webcam work from my Mac, but again, I'm really honored to accept this award. Thanks for the opportunity. Looking forward to kind of contribute more this year. The DZone community is awesome. Cheers to all of you. Let's keep rocking it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Lindsay. And thanks to all of you, everyone who's worked on our publications. I think a lot of people come to DZone for those publications, and you know, we couldn't make them useful for the readers if we didn't have awesome experts writing the content. So thank you to all three of you for your help in making those awesome. So moving on, we're going to look at the article of the year. So like I said, we had over 6,000 articles published last year. So for this article, for this person to stand out, they had to have a really amazing article that helped a lot of people. And so the article in question is called Hadoop Installation Guide. And for our audience, a lot of them are interested in Hadoop and big data, and probably at the beginning of their journey of using Hadoop and other technologies. So when we get an article that is so thoroughly introduces someone to a topic, it's not a surprise that a lot of people read it. But this article was well written. It helped people, tons of people get started, and it was just, you know, I think it exemplifies the type of content that we like to see shared on DZone. So without further ado, I'd like to congratulate Dheeraj for his article of the year. And it had over, I should mention that it had over 400,000 page views, a single article, which is pretty awesome. So thanks for for your contribution and helping so many people.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for making me feel special about this, giving me an award. So thanks to the community that helped me make me so famous. I say about 400,000 views is still I am feel like dreaming. Okay, so yeah, that's a good number. But once I start learning about big data, I felt that there are lots of myths. There are lots of uh, fear the persons are having, that how to handle it, how to do it. So that's when I came and say, let's make it simple. Let's use simpler terms. Let's not use the typical words of big data or Hadoop that makes it feel like oh, what's this, what's that. So that's what's motivate me to write the article on Hadoop. And the time I wrote it is there is very limited resource that's available to get an insight of the Hadoop and big data. So yeah, that's all. And Blake, of course, he's always a great help in uh, recognizing ourselves as a good contributor and a good member of a community. So yes, shout out for Blake also again. Hello.
Great. Thanks for that, Jiraj. So we are going to, congratulations on the D-Zone Article of the Year with so many submissions. It's just amazing to see something that takes off like that. And in our next session, our class of 2020 D-Zone Contributors of the Year. So we've got 3 people that will be recognized. We'll be recognizing the first 2, and then I will take the last one. If Kellett's having technical difficulties, I will be glad to jump in on this one. So Jackie Zone in 2020, our Jitendra Jackie Zone Bhavna had 43 articles with almost 500,000 page views, and they got 2 Audience Award nominations. We are so excited in our class of 2020 contributors to have Jitendra Bhavna, aka Jackie Zone. He even has a community that he runs called Jackie Zone. Jackie Zone on D-Zone pairs well with Dan Zone, who also writes on D-Zone. So very happy to have you a part of the D-Zone community. You're huge in the MuleSoft community as well. You're a household name in the software space. So huge congratulations as our contributor of the year for our first ever class of this. I'm so happy to have you win this award.
Yeah, thanks for that. So can you hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So thanks for this award. Like this is always a special feeling, like when you get some award from community like D-Zone. So if you remember, like I started contributing in the start of around 2017, or I think end of the 2016. So I almost written 120 articles with around 2.4 millions of view basically. So it is always a pleasure to receive the awards, and I just want to give a thanks to D-Zone for giving such a wonderful platform, like which has increased lot of my visibility across the globe basically. And while writing a lot of articles on D-Zone, so yesterday I also has been awarded by MuleSoft as a MuleSoft ambassador basically, right? So that is the one of the reason, I was awarded, or I was recognized as a MuleSoft ambassador basically. So just I want to thanks all the D-Zone community member for giving me such a wonderful platform where I can share my knowledge with the community. So yeah, thank you so much for that.
Awesome, thanks Jitendra, and congratulations. So they, as he mentioned, MuleSoft just announced their new ambassadors. It's a very select group, and Jitendra Jackie Zone was one of those. So congratulations on that, and also as one of our top 3 contributors of the year in our class of 2020.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And then moving on, Khaled, I don't know if you want to take this one. If not, I'll be happy to take it.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I got disconnected there. So for the next contributor of the year, we've got somebody who is a pretty prolific writer on DZone. He had 37 articles in 2020, but he also has over 800 total articles on DZone, so tons of content. Wrote his first article in 2015 on DZone, and since then has not looked back. So I would like to congratulate John Vester for winning the Contributor of the Year award. Hi, John, again. Welcome back.
Oh, wow, thank you. I didn't have my webcam on before, but hopefully it's working now. So we go back to 2014, you know, I was told that I was going to be on a project, and the next day, and they said, oh, you're going to have to do SEAM. It's like, what in the world is SEAM? So I did a Google search. It led me to a ref card that was by DZone. So, you know, at that point, I started getting emails. Well, fast forward to October of 2015, there was this article called Get Paid to Blog on DZone, Become a Zone Leader. Like, hey, I like to write. I want some more exposure than my WordPress site's doing, and making money is fun too, right? So I sent a note, responded to it, and a guy named Alan Coyne responded within a few days, and within a few weeks, that first article was published in November 2015. It's like into the development time machine. I got 3,000 page views, and I was like ecstatic, right? Because that's more than I got on my WordPress site forever, right? So I was excited about that in this new journey. And so since that time, I've had the pleasure to write with some amazing editors, Alan Coyne, Aaron Terry Garitano, Michael Tharrington, Matt Warner, Mike Gates, and of course, Blake. What's kind of cool is, Kelly, you've been there the whole way. You know, it's just kind of cool to always see messages, you know, of inspiration and driving the ship. So I'm super excited about being, you know, nominated for this award. It's such an honor. You know, I've written alongside some really awesome technologists. I mean, we you know, I had listed that Daniel Story better be part of this this presentation, as well as Justin, because they're both amazing writers. But then there was people like James Surge and Michael Bogan, Thomas Jardinette, Rick Friedman, Duncan Brown, Sam Atkinson, of course, Mo Long. You know, who can forget Mo, right? So it's great company. I'm super honored to accept this award. I have 324 articles as it stands. I actually should be 325, but I had one article that I had to delete myself because 5 minutes after I went live, someone in a Java community totally blew my article out of the air because I made a assumption that was totally not correct, and there was no way to salvage the article. So I was bummed to delete it because I was proud of the article. Unfortunately, it made no sense once I understood what the comment was saying. So I was humbled, and I appreciate that community. They keep us all honest. So I really appreciate everything that you guys do and giving us the opportunity to write. So thanks for giving me this award.
Yeah, you deserve it, John. And thanks for, did you say you have 325 articles in the hopper?
Well, no. My total count is 324 total. I had one published that I had to pull. But,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I was going to say, if you have 325 articles ready to go, I would be really shocked. But either way.
Man, I would probably be looking for a place to live if I had that much. I took so much of my free time.
No,
but
nonetheless,
so my career as a zone leader, MVP, and now DZone Core, 5.25 years has been like the best. So I really appreciate that. And the only one I would say is every one of my articles always end with "Have a really great day." So I want to end with saying, "Hey, have a really great day."
Awesome. Very appropriate. Great way to end. And thanks again. And keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Great. And moving on to our last member of our Contributor of the Year 2020 class. In 2020, they had lot of sevens going on with this contributor. So they had 7 articles in 2020. They got over 700,000 page views, and they got 7 Audience Award nominations. And so, Diraj, you are back on the stage, and congratulations in our class of 2020 Contributors of the Year.
And thanks for this. Again, lots of 7. Even my birth occurs in the 7th month, so that's July. So one more 7 added to the ring of 7 to me. And again, I would like to say that yes, community is the one thing that makes you. Community is one that supports you. If you are the one who get a chance to contribute back to the community, then you are the most luckiest one there. So yeah, that's all. And thanks again. Thanks everyone for making me the contributor of the year. And I will remember the 7 always.
All right, thanks, Diraj. Thanks also, Justin, Jitendra. We are so lucky to have you as part of the D-Zone family and community. So thanks to you all. Amazing 2020. We're so excited for what's ahead in 2021. And then we've got, 2 awards here left. We do want to say also, before we get to the final awards in our D-Zone Core program of members, huge shout out and thank you to everybody that's a part and a member of D-Zone Core, our program for contributors. 2020 was amazing because of you, and thanks for all you do, your feedback, your support, so much more than just writing articles on D-Zone, your help with to the pubs team, to the staff, and to each other. It was truly amazing. And in a crazy year, it was so great to have your support and you as part of the journey with D-Zone. And moving on to our final awards. These are our final 2 audience awards. So we got over 5,000 votes, and thanks to everyone out there, readers and contributors alike, and D-Zone fans who voted in our 2020 audience awards. We have got 2 audience awards left. They are for the Article of the Year and Contributor of the Year. And they're going to be going to the very same person. So we don't have to do 2 separate speeches. So we'll do one speech for both of these wins that they're going to the same person. And then in the audience vote for Article of the Year, they got 72% of the audience vote across 5,000 plus votes. And then on the contributor side, they got 73% of the contributor vote. And so without further ado, we could do like that little drum roll, 5, 4, 3, virtual paper crunching, clashing, because I don't want to get a paper cut. Vester, 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 Don Vester. You got
That's crazy.
Audience vote for Article of the Year, their favorite article with building an Amazon-like recommendation engine using /GraphQL. This article had over 80,000 page views, and you also were voted the Contributor of the Year. So huge thanks to both of your wins here.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, wow, I don't even know what to say. I mean, because that article was something I wanted to do, right? I wanted to learn about graph databases and just explore that. And as I started diving into that, which I was using IntelliJ IDEA, right? I was using Spring Boot for that article and /GraphQL. Of course, I'm using Java for that. It's like all those things that we've talked about in this presentation kind of rolled into one. So all of those technologies made the article easier to write because I was working with quality products. And this is just, I just can't be any more grateful to see people vote for the article and for me. Diraj, your stuff is amazing. I think we were also in a MuleSoft Slack channel for quite some time, so I've gotten to know you, and there's quite a bit of modesty that I take being in the same class as you. So I really appreciate that. and just humbled by this award because just to be named to this impressive list, it really makes me feel good, and I really appreciate D-Zone from Kellett all the way down to everyone that I don't ever get to meet. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate Michael Bogan, who's a guy that I work with quite a bit in his company. He's got Dev Spotlight, and we help identify places where we can write, which is great. And of course, Clean Slate Technology Group, again, they give me that avenue to just pursue building my personal brand and promoting them, I guess, somewhere along the way. And then of course, not last and not least, but is Nicole, my partner in crime, my wife, and she inspires me every day, which leads to products that results that you can see on D-Zone. So thank you so much.
Great, thanks so much, John Vester. The audience voted. This is the audience award, so congratulations as the D-Zone audience favorite contributor and article of the year. Really amazing for that. Thanks as you mentioned to everybody else that was nominated or finalist. Really great to have the audience involved this year and really getting that audience vote to bubble up their favorites. So it's no surprise that you are not only a finalist but also a winner, and also not a surprise with everyone else that got nominated. So thanks again.
Well, and I think everybody on this presentation is wanting to know, where can we get that awesome pullover that Kellett is wearing? Because I looked at the D-Zone store, which I don't think actually exists, and I haven't been able to find one. So Kellett, we need to know, where can we find this thing?
It's a good question, although it does have our old logo on it, so we'll have to work on getting some new ones. And I think Blake and I have been talking about that recently, so hopefully it's something we could get out to you guys soon.
Yeah, I have a powder blue D-Zone T-shirt that's kind of cheesy, but I've never gotten rid of it. That goes back to Michael Terrington's days or whatever. So
oh yeah,
good times.
We've had some good cheesy swag over the years for sure. But
thank you guys.
Definitely something we're working on, and you deserve it. So if we can get one to you soon, we will. And congrats again. So on this next part, I think I jumped the gun a little bit, and I already talked about this earlier. Blake, am I sharing again? Hello?
Yeah, I don't see the screen yet. I see your webcam.
Okay, cool. Let me, so, like I said, I jumped the gun here, but I'll go back. I just want to talk briefly about what we're focused on. So we've been listening a lot to you guys throughout the course of 2020, and I know a lot of times you don't see some of the work that's going on behind the scenes to make the platform better and to make the experience better, but the things that we're really focused on in the coming year, I think tie nicely into all the things we've talked about today. We want to give you guys more tools to be able to express yourselves and share your knowledge. We want to help you connect more directly with your audiences. And on the reader side, D-Zone is a big site and there's lots of content, and we want people to be able to find authors like you that they can follow, and that they can receive notifications when their favorite author publishes. So these are all things we're looking at doing. And of course, we'll always be listening to to any ideas. We have a whole epic in Jira that we follow pretty closely that has just things that D-Zone Core and MVBs and other contributors have shared with us as ideas, and we try to slip as much of that in as we can. So, and obviously beyond the platform, Blake has done an excellent job starting to do offline things and organize meetups and connect you guys with industry events, and we'll continue to do that, and we're going to continue to do that more and find new ways for you guys to get your name out there and share the content and expertise and your experience, and to connect with one another and connect with people in the industry. And so as we enter the second quarter of 2021, definitely all of you, anybody who has thoughts on what they would like to see, either in authoring tools or in the way you consume content on D-Zone or in the activities that we do off of D-Zone, we really want to hear that from you. And there are lots of channels to reach out to us, but we'll be listening and looking for your feedback, and we'll probably solicit some additional feedback over the coming weeks and months. So again, thank you guys, everybody, and we will continue to invest in our community and figure out ways to make it work even better for you guys. So I will stop sharing here. Blake, I don't know if you have any other slides.
No, that's it. We are at the end of our 2020 D-Zone Awards show, which also had the audience awards on it. Huge thanks to everybody that was nominated. Huge thanks to all our winner. Huge thanks to the entire D-Zone community, readers, fans, contributors alike. Really, as Kellett mentioned, people from around the world. So we are truly a amazing global diverse community as well. And thanks for attending our first ever awards show. Hope you enjoyed it, and we all look forward to an even greater 2021 with you. Thanks to Lindsay. Also, huge thanks to our very own Drew, kind of behind the scenes today, helping us to run the awards show. Drew, we couldn't have done it without you. And thanks to all our contributors who helped to power D-Zone. You truly are the heart. And wishing you a great rest of the day wherever you are. So thanks again, and we look forward to working with you next.